Episode 4, K-Rock Teaches. Let's get it. Today actually sparks a really good day. Today marks one full week of the channel in this series, K-Rock Teaches. So thank you very much for supporting and watching and leaving the comments. I appreciate every single view. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch me. But today I want to do a character highlight, right? What's that? The character highlight is just taking a person and an idol, example rather, not an idol, but taking Marjorie Pope and showing what we can learn from this. I'm a firm believer in that you have to be able to see what you want, right? You have to be able to see somebody that did it before you. Humans weren't able to break the 5-minute mile until someone did it, and then now we're getting high school kids that are breaking it now. So we need to go and give y'all an example, especially the young females right now. I know y'all are getting hammered right now if you're even remotely strong-minded or strong-willed or anything like that, being called a bitch or anything. And I'm here to set that straight. You're not wrong. And Marjorie was a queen. She dominated, right? So let's get into this. Over here. So she was actually C.W. Pope's daughter, right? And I know y'all don't recognize the name C.W. Pope, but I know y'all recognize the name Kellogg, right? He was actually the competitor of Kellogg back in the day when both companies were getting started and cereal was being invented, right? That's who we're talking about. Talking about his daughter, okay? Now, that company, Post Cereal Company, was left to Marjorie, 100% ownership to Marjorie, a female, in 1914. Now remember, y'all, this is 1914. That was huge. That didn't happen, y'all. Men didn't leave companies to their female daughters, okay? And yeah, female daughters, that was funny, but get back to it. But men didn't leave companies to their daughters. It didn't happen. They left control to the board. But not CW, okay? He left it to his daughter, and Marjorie took that opportunity and seized it. She walked into the boardroom, putting dudes down, okay? She put dudes in their place in the boardroom, and this girl was only 26 at the time, in 1914, okay? 1914. What else happened in 1914, though? Okay, think. World War I kicked off, okay? Now, she has a cereal company in 1914 when the World War is kicking off. So she seizes the opportunity and starts shipping it to the soldiers overseas and to help fight in the war. So that actually sets her place in the boardroom and as a CEO and the head of the company. The board backed off as the second she made that strong move, as soon as she got into position right there. But in that whole time, in that whole gap between these two gaps, now these are only two instances where I get to highlight her. She did way more than this, y'all. Way more. She literally sculpted the way Americans eat. Literally sculpted the way we eat, okay? But between the ages of 26 and 41, she spent about 15 years building up her entire portfolio in the food industry, racking up producers, wholesalers, different brands, different options, okay? And in this time, she started getting this conglomerate. And then in 1929, she actually decides to form all of these businesses that she's spent 15 years in her whole basically adult life and her career gathering up. And she founds General Foods. Yeah, General Foods that still exists today and is one of the major suppliers of food in this country, even to this day. Right, yeah. That's the woman we're talking about. She was a queen, she dominated. But because it was 1929 when she founded this company, 1929 was also the Great Depression, yeah? the Great Depression hit everyone and food started going out of place. But she was able to pivot because of that conglomerate. She was actually able to get some frozen foods in a frozen brand and actually start putting freezers when they got invented, putting freezers in the grocery stores and in people's homes to be able to sell frozen food and not have seasonal food where we can eat the same thing year round. That was a game changer, y'all. It was a game changer, and that was visionary. The invention of the refrigerator or the freezer was insane, y'all. And she was at the forefront of this. That's how much of a queen and much of a badass we're talking about. Okay? And I know, like I said in the beginning, I know some of y'all females and some of you ladies are getting told that you're too strong and too this or that and too strong-willed. And I'm here to tell you, you're not, okay? You're really not. You're a visionary. You are, just like Marjorie Pope, you're a visionary. You need to take that strong will and funnel it, man. Funnel it. You know what you're doing. So we need to take 3 points away from her, right? Not away from her, from her. We need to learn. Number 1, she was unafraid to be herself. Okay? She walked into a boardroom full of adult men that, in a time where that didn't happen, and dominated the boardroom, dominated these type A personalities and these alpha dudes. She was unafraid to be herself. You need to be unafraid to be yourself as well. And I'm sorry about this. Why exactly? The barracks did not turn off the heat yet, and it's insanely hot right now. But we're bearing through. Number two, you gotta get this. She knew where she wanted to go. She was not happy. She could have been completely happy inheriting this company and sitting tight. She could have been completely happy. She was one of the richest women in the world, or in the country, in 1914 when she inherited this company. She could have been sitting tight, sitting pretty, doing whatever she wanted to do, happy, fat and happy for the rest of her life, including her children too. But no. She takes 15 years and she grinds and builds something and changes the face of America. Literally changed the way that Americans eat to this day. Literally to this day. And number three, she sees an opportunity. 2 separate times, she was able to seize great opportunities. And I know these are very big opportunities in very big movements. And I know y'all are at that same level, and neither am I. Don't get me wrong. But we have to take these ideas and scale them down so that we can get to this level, hopefully, and get to that same level that people are talking about us. Because that's in the name of the game, right? Making your name known. But we have to be able to take these opportunities and take these small wins in life and take these small wins and lead to something greater and lead to something bigger. That's literally what it's all about, is being better than what you were yesterday. And I know a lot of y'all are struggling with mental illness and depression, anxiety, and all these naysayers and everything like that. Don't listen to them. Seriously, don't listen to them. You're great and beautiful the way you are. I promise you. But we need to keep Marjorie Pope in mind and know that you can do it too. You can. Till then, and I'll see you guys Monday. Till then, let's get it, y'all.